Lesson 49, linear intercepts. When we talk about a line, what's the equation of a line? What's our...
Y equals mx plus b.
Yep. And what do we call this form?
Line.
Slope intercept.
Slope intercept. And why do we call it the slope intercept?
Because it slopes.
Because that's the slope, and that's the intercept. More specifically, this is the y-intercept. That's where it crosses the y-axis. So we've done problems where we have the equation and we graph it. We've done problems where we have a graph of the line and then you find the equation. And when we do that, or when we start with the graph and we get the equation, how do we typically do that? Take a look at the bottom of page 213. How do we typically start by the graph on the left? How do we typically find the equation of a line based on the graph? What do you start with?
Y equals.
Sure. What?
Graphing it?
No, if you have the graph.
Oh, you plug the numbers in.
That's if you have the equation to get the graph.
Well, okay, you start with the 2.
You go 2 up.
Yes. Usually the easiest way to do that is to start. Here, let's draw this real quick. Okay, so this is from the bottom of page 213. If we have a line that does that, pretend if I threw the line there. Yeah, I can draw. Okay. Let's say we need to find the equation of this line. How do you start?
I start with the height.
Okay. On the y-axis, it crosses the y-axis at 2. So we know that our intercept is 2. And then we pick another point that we can tell on there. And we get a different color.
Blue.
Orange.
I'll get it. You got it.
Right. So then we pick another point. So we have 2 points in here. And we draw in a triangle here. And we say, okay, what is this distance? And that's our rise, which is 2. And this distance here is our run, which is 3. And the slope, as I hope you remember, is your rise over run, which in this case is 2 over 3. Is that a positive slope or a negative slope? Negative. So our slope in this case is negative 2/3, and then we can put our equation together where y equals our slope negative 2/3 x, and then our intercept of 2. Not very exciting. So the only thing that's new or different about this lesson is we're still given the graph of a line, except the place where it crosses the y-axis is not going to be visible. Oh no! What are we going to do?
Wait, they already do that to us.
Really?
Sometimes.
Okay, well then we're going to do it again.
Blue.
What did you say?
Red.
Oh, come on.
I saw your mouth moving first before I heard his coming.
You should pick orange.
Yeah, well, then
Orange is
be a little faster next time then. Alright, so let's have a good... Let's do practice problem A. Together on the board.
This may be quiet, I'm filming.
Alright, so practice problem A has something like this. Well, it doesn't tell us what the it doesn't show us what the y-intercept is. The best we can do is find 2 points on the line that we can use and go from there. So on practice problem A, let's pick a couple of points. There's a point up here that looks pretty exact. There's a point here that looks pretty exact. There's a point down here that looks pretty exact. Which one do you want to use?
The bottom one.
Bottom one?
Yep.
What are the coordinates? Not you, because you're holding the camera.
Yep.
Someone else. What are the coordinates of this point down here?
Negative 6. 2.
And 2, except the 2 is on the x, and we need to write the 2 first.
Yeah.
Now we need at least, that's a 2. That's a 2. Alright. So that's this point here. We need one of the other 2.
The top one.
Top one. What are the coordinates of that one?
4.
6, 4. Okay, so now we have 2 points. And now
Orange. Oh, come on, guys.
You get your heart set on
Yeah.
Orange. No one pick orange.
Alright, let's draw in a triangle here. Alright, what's my rise?
What? I don't know.
6,
Nope.
7, 8, 9. 10.
10.
10.
10. We're going from a -6 down here up to a 4, or from a 4 down to a
Yeah.
-6. So our rise is 10. What's our run?
4.
4.
4. We're moving from a 2. This one's a 2 over to a 6. So our run is 4, and so our slope is rise over run. And is that a positive slope or a negative slope?
It
Positive.
positive.
Positive. So let's reduce this.
5 over 2.
Okay. Then we just need the y-intercept. Well, on the graph, it's right about here. So I probably should not draw that. So what are we going to do?
I guess. Guess.
Okay, all right. Well, no, we don't like guessing in math class.
We could do it
Except
on,
for there's a certain type of problem that we'll get to later that requires a lot of guessing, and most students hate that.
we could do it on this calculator.
Not convenient.
It has a sleeping bag.
Yeah. All right. So here's what we do. Let's take. So now we know that the slope, or m, is 5 over 2. We know the coordinates of this point and this point. And so what we could do is we could take y equals mx plus b, plug in our slope of 5 over 2, and which point do you want to use? Why did you say the top one?
Because there's no negatives.
Good, excellent. That's why I would use that one. Because just like, don't work with negatives if you don't have to. Just like don't work with fractions if you don't have to. Don't work with decimals if you don't have to. So let's go with this top one here. So we have the x here, and the y. And so then all we need to find,
Brown.
Orange.
so then all we need to find is b. That's an equal sign. So multiplying this, we get 15 equals 4, and the plus b over here. So what's b? That's a 4. Negative 11. Which makes sense. It's way down here somewhere. So now we can put together our equation. Y equals m, the slope that we found, x plus b, which is negative 11, and now we have the equation of our line.